Hello everyone, welcome to the Mercury Virtual. Hope you are doing good. Today I'm going to continue with your same module, that is the procedural programming module, and only 2 days are left for this module, that is tomorrow and the today's class, and then from Monday onwards we will be continuing our next module, that is a new module, that is a business skill for e-commerce. So this is the first module, or this is the last or second last class for this module. So in the last class we have discussed about functions, that is the standard library functions, that is how to use the standard library functions and what are the functions that is available for the standard library functions, right? So there are different functions that is available, and we have discussed so many functions by dividing into different categories like arithmetic functions, library functions, and string functions. So there are different functions that is available. So let's take a quick review what we have covered in the last class, then move to the next part, that is today's class, that is topic, that is again the standard library functions as well as the practical approach of how these functions are operating, that is after the break. But before break, let's take a theory only, theory in the sense arithmetic functions. So let's finish only with these functions only, right? So let's take a quick review what we have covered in the last class. We have started with the functions, that is different functions are available, like these are the arithmetic functions. First of all, first category is arithmetic function, that is these are the functions that is used for the arithmetic operations like addition, subtraction, division, multiplication. So there are various arithmetic functions that is available. The function for example ABS, that is that returns the absolute value of an integer. Cos, that calculates the cosine, cos h, hyperbolic cosine. In the same way, there are many arithmetic functions that is available. This is the log function that is available for logarithmic, that is used for the log function that is used. Then this is a power function. This is one of the important functions that is used, that is whenever we have to find out the anything that raised to the power of any other value, that is done by the power function. In the same way, square root, that is SQRT, that is used to find out the square root of a number. So if I write SQRT and in parenthesis there is a 64, so the output is 8 because the square root of 64 is 8. Then calculating the tangent, tangent, hyperbolic tangent. So these are the arithmetic functions that is available in the C programming. These are the standard functions that is available. So we have only, or we are able to use them. We are only writing the ABS. That means the absolute value is coming over here, right? Then the next category of functions is data conversion functions. That is for converting the data, that is from one data type to another data type. There are some predefined functions available, so that are known as, or that are covered under the category that is a data conversion functions. So these are the various examples. First is ATOF, that converts the string into the float. Then ATOI, that converts the string into the int. That means converting the string, that means the characters into the integer value, that is the discrete values. Then strtod, that converts the string into the double. In the same way, integer. So there are multiple functions that is used for converting one data type into the another data type. Then the next category is character classification functions. So this is the next category. What is the function? This is a usage. This is alnum, that tests for the alphanumeric characters. That is, it tests for the alphanumeric character. That covers under the character classification function. So these are again the function that is used, that is a character classification function. So this is the function and their usage. This is alnum, that tests for the alphanumeric character. Is alpha, that tests for the alphabetic character. Is digit, decimal digit, lower, space, upper, X digit. So these are the various character classification functions that is generally used with the is. That means check out if it is okay, then is used, generally used with the character classification function. Then two lower, two upper. Then the next category of functions is string manipulation functions. Till now we have discussed arithmetic functions, that is for use for the arithmetic calculations, then data conversion function for converting the one data type into another, then the character classification function. Now the next category is string manipulation function. This is one of the important category, one of the important functions, and we have used this function practically also in the last session, in the last scenario. So one is strcat, that is a concatenate, then strchr, that is used to find the first occurrence of a given character, then strcmp for comparing the scripts two strings, then strcmpi, that compares two strings without regard of the case, that is there is no case available, that is I, that is there is no case, so that is strcmpi. Then strcpy, that copies the one string into the another string, then strdup, that duplicates a string, then stricmp, that compares two strings without regard to the case, that is there is no case available, that is stricmp, that is used for the comparison, compare purpose, but without regard of the case, that may be in uppercase, that may be in lower case. Then strlen, that is used to find the length of the string, then strlwr, that is used to convert the any string that is available, that may be in uppercase alphanumeric into the lower case, then strncat, that is used for appending a text, appending a portion of one string into the another string, then strncmp, that compares the portion of one string with portion of another string, then strchr, that is used to find the last occurrence of a given string or given character in a string, then strrev, that is used to reverse a string. So these are the various string manipulation function that is used for the string manipulations, that is used for the string operations, and we have done in the last class practically, that is strrev function and strlwr, str upper function. So these are the various predefined standard library function that is used for the string operations. Then the next category is your searching and sorting function. So this is the next category of functions that is used for searching and the sorting functions. So this is used for the sorting, this is used for the searching, that is a B search that performs a binary search, then L find, that is used for the linear search, then Q sort, that is used for the quick sort, that performs the quick sort. Then the next category of functions is that we have covered in the last class is the input output functions. So there are various input output functions that is available, and that is some is used for giving the input and some is used for giving the output. So that is known as the input output functions. That is also used as a standard library function for which it can be used. So the first function is your close. That close is a file. This is one of the input function that is close. For closing purpose, there is a function that is available, that is a close. Then fclose, that also closes a file. Then feof, that detects the end of the file. The full form of eof is end of the file, that detects the end of the file, that is a feof, that is a file end of file. So the next category of functions is input output function that we already discussed in the last class. So these are the functions that is used for giving the input and taking the output. So one is the close, that closes a file. Then feof, that detects the end of the file. That means for searching whether the cursor or the pointer reaches to the end of the file, that is detected by the feof. Then fgetC function, that is used to read a character from a file. If there is any file, then if there is a requirement for reading a character from the file, only a one character, that is done by the fgetC function. Then fgetchar, that is used to read the character from the keyboard. So these are the various predefined functions that is available that we have discussed in the last class. This is one of the important function, that is open a file we have to use, then fopen. Then fputs for writing a string or writes a string to a file. Then fseek, that repositions a file pointer to the given location. Then getc, that reads a character from the file. Then gets, that reads a line from the keyboard. Then open, this is also the most important, that is a printf, that we are using this function in the in almost every program. The printf is used, that is used for writing the formatted data to the screen. Then putc, put ch, puts read, that reads the data from a file. Then there is a rewind, scanf, scanf, sprintf, tell, write, that writes the data into a file. Then the next category is your file handling functions. That is the next category that is used to handle the files. One first function that is used in file handling functions are remove, that is used for simply deleting the file. Suppose there is no requirement of the file in which we are working, so we have to use the function that is the remove. So whenever we use the remove and the file name, for example A1, that is a remove A1, that simply deletes the file. Then rename, that is rename A1, that simply renames the file. Then unlink, or a simple unlink the file, that is used for deleting the file. Then the next category of functions is directory control function. So till now we are covering the file functions or the process functions. Now this is the directory control function, that means the functions operating on the folders only, that is the directory control function. One of the function is chdir, that is a change directory. So this is used for changing the current working directory. Suppose right now I am in a directory that is a buffalo directory, and I am going into the flower directory. So that can be done by using the chdir, that is a changes current working directory. Then get cwd, that gets the current working directory. Then fn split, then find first, then find next, then mkdir. This is one of the important function that makes a new directory. Then rmdir, that removes the directory. So these are the directory control functions. Now the next category of function is buffer manipulation function. So this is the next category, that is the buffer manipulation functions. This is one of the function, that is the mem chr, then mem cmp, that is used for the memory chr, then memory cmp, that compares the memory. Then mem cpy, that copies a number of characters from the memory. Then mem icmp, without regards of the case, that is memory comparison but without regards of any case. Then mem move, that is used for moving the specified number of characters from one part to the another, from one buffer to the another buffer. Then memory set, that is used for setting the memory, specifying the number of bytes in the buffer. Then the next category of functions is disk input output function. And first of all we have discussed input output function, that is related to the file folder. Now the next category is disk input output function, that is used for input output but on the disk, that is we are operating on the disk, that is a disk input output functions. So the first category of function is abs read, that is the absolute read. So it reads the absolute disk sectors. Then abs write, that writes the absolute disk sectors. Then BIOS disk, that performs the BIOS disk services. Then get disk, that gets the current drive number. Then set disk, that sets the current disk drive. So these are the various input output functions that is available on the disk. And then the next category is your memory allocation functions. So how the memory will be allocated, that is the memory allocation functions. One is calloc, one is far malloc, one is far free, one is free, one is malloc, one is realloc. So these are the three functions, important functions. One is malloc, one is realloc, one is calloc. This is the calloc function that allocates a block of the memory. Then far malloc that allocates the memory from far heap. Then far free that frees a block from the far heap. Then free that frees a block allocated with the malloc. Then malloc that allocates a block of memory. Then realloc that reallocates a block of memory. The next category is your process control functions. So one is your memory allocation functions, next one is your process control functions. So the first function is your abort, that is used for the process control function. The usage is it is used for aborting a process, that is the abort function. Then at exit that executes the function at our program termination. That is used for the execution, that is used for the function, that is used for the program termination, that is at exit. This is abort, this is at exit. This is based on the controlling of the process. That is, there are various processes, we have to control the process, that is done by these functions. Next category is your execl that executes a child process with the argument list. That is, there are various argument lists that is used with the child process. Then exit that terminates the process. Then spawnl that executes the child process with the argument list. Then spawn lp that executes the child process using path variable and the argument list. Then system that executes an ms-dos command. Then the next category is where graphics functions. This is the function, this is the usage. One is arc that draws an arc, then ellipse that draws an ellipse, then flood fill that fills an area of the screen with the current color, then get image that stores a screen image in the memory, then get line style that obtains the current line style, then get pixel that obtains the pixel value. Then line to, move to, pie slice, put image, rectangle, set color, set line color, put pixel, set viewport. These are the various graphic functions that is used for drawing the graphics. That is, these are the functions that is used for the graphic manipulation. That is, if there is one graphic for which we have to move the graphics, that is done by the move to function. So there are various predefined functions that is available in the graphics function. Then the next category, that is time related function. So this is the today's topic, that is till now we have covered in the last class. Now today's time related functions, that is the time related function means how different functions are used with related to the time. That is, if there is a manipulation on the time, so that can be done by using the time related functions. So the first function, the first category of function is clock. That returns the elapsed CPU time for a process. Suppose CPU have 4 processes, that is P1, P2, P3, P4. So if there is a time gap between these processes in execution of these processes, that time gap can be filled by using, or that time gap can be calculating by using the function that is a clock function. So it says it returns the elapsed CPU time for a process. Then diff time, that is a difference time that computes the difference between the two timing, that is a diff time. Then f time that gets the current system time as a structure. Then str date, str time, that is the str date and the str time. Then there is a time, then set date, get date. So these are the various functions that is used in the time related functions. So if I write time in the program, that gives the current system date as a long integer. Long integer means full-fledged timing, including the month, including the date, including the year. Then set date, that sets the system date. Then get date, that gets the system date. And if I write str date, that returns the current system date as a string. In the same way, str time, that gives the current system date as a time. So these are the various system date functions that is used with the time related functions. Then there is a set date that is used to set the system date or the DOS date. Then get date, that is used to get the system date. One is for used for the set, one is used for the get. Then the next category is your miscellaneous function. So this is the next category, that is the miscellaneous function. So the first function that is used is the delay. So this is the function, that is the delay function. What is the usage? That suspends the execution for an interval. That suspends the execution for an interval that is given in the milliseconds. Then get env, that is a get env, that gets the value of an environment variable. So if there is an environment variable, that gets the value of the environment variable, that is given by the get env. Then get PSP, that gets the program segment prefix, that is the get PSP. Then PError, that prints the error message. Then put env, that adds or modifies the value of the environment variable. Then there is a random function that is used for generate the random numbers. Suppose if I write the random, simply random, random, so that is used for generating the random number that is given, or this is the one of the miscellaneous feature that is used. Then sound, that turns the PC speaker at the specified frequency. So one more function that is important function, that is a sound. So this is used for getting the PC speaker on a specified frequency. Then there is a no sound, that turns the PC speaker off. These are the various miscellaneous functions that is available, that is used with the C programming language, that is used to get the time related function, or that is used for the extraordinary function that is used with the miscellaneous part. Then the next category is DOS interface function. This is also the next category, that is DOS interface function. That is whenever there is an interface of the DOS, interface of the function, that is covers under the DOS interface functions. One of the function name is fp off, that returns the offset position or portion of a far pointer. Then fp seg, that returns the segment portion of a far pointer. So one is the pointer is far pointer, that is used to return the either the offset portion or the segment portion. So if there is a requirement of the offset portion, that is done by the fp off. If there is a requirement of the segment portion, that is done by the fp seg. Then there is a keep get vect function, that gets the current value of the specified interrupt vector. Then there is a keep, that install the terminate and the stay resident program, that is a keep function. Then int 86, that issues the interrupt. Then int 86x, that issues the interrupt with segment register values, that is a int 86x. Then int DOS, that issues the interrupt 21h using registers other than the dx and the an, that is the int DOS. Then int DOS x, that issues the interrupt 21h using the segment register values. Then mk fp, that makes a file, or that makes the fp pointer. So this is the DOS interface functions. And these are the basically the DOS interface function that is generally used with the DOS environment only. Then there is a sc grid, that returns the current value of a segment register. Then set vect, that is used to set the current value of the specified interrupt vector. Then next part is that the next part, one is your appendix, one is your standard library function. The next part is the chasing the bugs. That means how we are able to chase the bugs, how we are able to chase the errors that is available in the program, that is chasing the bugs. So these are the various options, that is, these are the various programs, that is how to chase the bugs. That is one of the, let's start with the first one. This is a theory, that is, however, we are wasting our time in accomplishing the bugs. There is no shortage of the horror stories about program that took 20 times to debug as they did to write, and one hears again and again about program that had to be rewritten all over again because the bugs present in can never be located. This is a theory that the bugs is very difficult to catch, or it is very difficult to catch the bugs inside the program. So bugs are the C programmer's birthright. So this is a C programmer birthright that is available with every C programmer, and it is very difficult to pick up the bugs and delete the bugs or any or choose the bugs. So what are the types of bugs, or what are the ways in which we are referring the bugs? So first of all, omitting the ampersand before the variable used in scanner. This is one of the important bugs. That is, sometimes we are able to omitting the ampersand before the variable, like this one. This is missing. That is ampersand twice. Right. This is also the bug. So this is the correct one. Then using the operator equals to instead of the double equals to operator. So there are two operators, as I said. One is single equals to, one is double equals to. Single equals to is used for the assignment, and the double equals to is used for the comparison purpose. So one is for assignment, that is a single equals to. If I write a equals to 10, that means the 10 is assigned to the variable that is a. And if I write a equals to b, that means I have to check the equality of the a with the b. If they are equal, then only the output will arrive, and otherwise the output will not arrive. Then the third point is ending a loop with a semicolon. That is ending a loop with a semicolon. This is one of the important error, that is one of the important bug that is very difficult to find out. Suppose I have written this looping, that is while j is less than 100, and I have write this semicolon. That is not correct, or this is not correct. So there is no semicolon after the looping. Then next one says omitting the break statement at the end of a case in a switch statement. That is at the end, as I told you, I have to write after every case there is a break, so that the cursor directly moves to the next part. So this is omitting the break at the end of the case in a switch case is one of the important, or is one of the not important, is one of the common error that is available with the programmers. Right. This is the error, that is there is no break after the different cases. Then uses the continue in a switch. That use a continue in a switch. So it is a common error to believe that the way the keyword break is used with the looping and the switch. Similarly, the keyword continue can also be used with them. Remember that continue works only with the loops, never with the switch. Next point says a mismatch in the number, type, and order of actual and formal argument. That is, if there is a mismatch in the number, type, and order of the actual and formal argument. That is, in formal argument I have given the int float, but in formal argument I have given the int char. So this is very common mistake, that is a mismatch of the error, mismatch of the actual and the formal arguments. Then next one is omitting provisions for returning a non-integer value from a function. That is, whenever there is a omitting of the function, there is a omitting omit means forgot the number for returning the non-integer value from a function. That is also the common error. Then next one is inserting a semicolon at the end of a macro definition. This is also the one of the important or one of the error that is available. That is whenever there is a inserting a semicolon at the end of the macro definition. Suppose I have write argc argv. So I have or I put semicolon after the macro definition, that is argc. So this is one of the error that is available with the argc and the argv with the macro definitions. This is one of the error, one of the common error that is available over here. This leads to the syntax error if used in expression. So this is hash define upper 25 semicolon. Now check the condition. If counter equals to upper, this is because on pre-processing the if statement would take the form this one. If counter equals to 25. Next, the ninth common error that is available, that is omitting parenthesis around the macro definition. That is omitting the or forgot to write the or forgot to draw the parenthesis around the macro definition or macro expansion. Then 10th point says leaving a blank space between the macro template and the macro expansion. So leave a blank space between the macro template and the macro expansion. Here the space between the ABS and the A makes the preprocessor believe that you want to expand ABS into A, which is certainly not what you want. So there is a gap, or there must be a gap, blank space between the macro template and the macro expansion. Then the next one is using an expression that has side effects into a macro call. So use an expression that has a different effects, that has a side effects into a macro definition or the macro calling. That is hash define sum a plus a, then main wb, w equals to sum b plus plus printf w. So this is the case, that is how to use the expression that has the side effects in a macro call. Then 12 point says confusing a character constraint and a character string. That is, there is a confusion between the character constraint and the character string. So if the statement is given that is ch equals to z, that is a single character is assigned to the ch. In the statement ch equals to or double quotes z, that is a pointer to the character string, that is a is assigned to the ch. Then the next category or the next part of the error is forgetting the bounds of an array. That is forgetting the boundations of the array. Here in the array num, there is no such element as num 50. So there is no element of the num 50, since array counting from 0 not from 1. Compiler would give an warning if our program exceeds the bound. This is equals to 50, this is only 50, that is this is from 0 to 49. So here this is I is less than equals to 50. So this gives an error because it is going beyond the 49, that is the 50. It gives a warning only, not an error, it gives an warning. If not taken care of, in extreme cases, the above code might even hang the computer. That means if you are hacking the, or if we are accessing the array elements beyond its number, that is 50 is given, or the 49, or that is 50 is given, that is from 0 to 49, and we are able to access 50th number. So that is not possible for accessing the elements. This is not possible to access the 50th element. Why? Because the array size is only 50, that is from 0 to 49. So in this case there must be error or warning first of all, and if this is not also possible, that it will also hang up the system, hang up the computer. Then the 14th one is forgetting to reserve an extra location in a character array for the null terminator. That is also the case, that is forgot to reserve an extra location in a character array for the null terminator. Then the next category is confusing the precedence of various operators. That is, there is various confusion among the precedence of the various operators. Suppose the addition operator has a high precedence, but it is used after the subtraction operator. So there must be a error if there is a confusion in the precedence of the various operators that is used, like addition, subtraction, modulus, demodulus, abstraction. So these are the various operators that is available in the C programming. This is the example. There is a main function, then there is a char ch, that is ch is declare of the char type. Then fp is used as a file pointer, that is a file. Then fp equals to fopen, that is opening a file, that is text.c, that is a C file, that r. Then while ch equals to get c, fp not equals to end of the file, that is checks the condition, that is not equals to the end of the file, then put ch, then ch, then f close fp, that is for closing the file. Here the value written by getC would be or will be first compared with the end of the file. Since not equals to has a high priority than the equals to. So this is the high priority, then this one. So this gives an error. So first of all, this is compared, not this one. Right? As a result, the value that is assigned to ch will be the true or false result of the test 1. If the value returned by getC is not equals to end of the file. So in simple terms, it is the case that is we are using the different operators, but the precedence we are not considering, and we are totally confused with the various operators, various precedence of the operator. That gives an error in some cases, or even hang up the system, or if there is an uncontrolled loop that is available in the system. The correct form, if from this example, is only this one. Then the next category of operator, or the next category of confusion or the bug, is that confusing the arrow operator with the dot operator while referencing a structure element. So as I told you, when we studied the structure, there are two types of operators. One is arrow, one is dot. Arrow operator is used in case of the pointer values. So if there is a pointer values, so we have to use the arrow operators. And the dot operator is used whenever we have to access simply the structure element. So confusing the arrow operators, or confusing the operator arrow with the operator dot when reference the or while referencing the structure element. Remember, on the left of the operator dot, only a structure variable can occur, whereas on the left of the operator arrow, only a pointer to a structure can occur. So as I told you, whenever we use the dot operator, only a structure variable can occur on the left side of the operator, that is a dot operator. But when we are using the arrow operator, that is a arrow and the line operator, that is used for a pointer to a structure that can occur. This is the example that is given. There is a main, then there is a structure, that is a struct emp. Then these are the two member functions of the, or members of the structure, that is a emp structure. Then there is a name 35, that is of char. This is of array that contains the 35 characters from 0 to 35. Then int age, that is age is the variable that is of integer type. Then there is a closing of the structure. Then struct empe, that means struct empe, that is the variable of the structure, that is the emp, that contains two values. The name is Dubhashi and the age is 40. Then struct e pointer double e. So double e is the pointer variable that is also of the structure emp. Then there is a printer n /n %d e dot age, that is we are accessing the e dot age, that is the e dot age means accessing the age with the help of the emp variable, that is e. Then assigning the address of E into the double E, then uses the EE arrow age. Then next category of bug is forgetting to use the far keyword for referring memory location beyond the data segment. That is, we forget to use the far keyword. One keyword is used, that is a far, for referring the memory location beyond the data segment. Here it is necessary to use the keyword that is far in the declaration of the variable s, since the address that we are storing in s is the address of the location present in the BIOS data area, which is far away from the data segment. Therefore, the correct declaration would like this one. This is the correct declaration, that is int far pointer s. So along with the pointer, we are also, or there is a must be a keyword that is a far in the declaration of the pointer variable. This is unsigned int far pointer s. The far pointers are the 4-byte pointers and are specific to Windows. Under Windows, every pointer is 4-byte pointer. The next category is 18, that exceeding the range of integer in the char. That is exceeding the range, like this one. CH is 255. This is total 255 from, but this is from 0 to 255. That is from the total of 256. That is not possible. The total is 255, so it is from 0 to 254. So these are the various common bugs that every C programmer chases to find out these bugs. Now, next category is your creating the libraries. That is how to create the libraries in the C language. That is creating the libraries. So there are total how many bugs available? I think there are total 18 bugs that is available. Yeah, this is the last one, 18th bug. That is exceeding the range of the integer char. So these are the total 18 bugs that is available that every C programmer chases to find out or chases to get out. So the next category is your creating the libraries. So let's take a break over here only and then move to the practical part. Yeah, sure. So let's take a break only right now and then move to the practical part after the break. Then in the tomorrow's class, I will be starting with this one, that is creating a library. So let's take a break. After break, let's take a practical approach. So let's start the session. So come back from the break, starting with the session. So now let's move to the practical approach. In the last class, we have covered 3 or 4 functions of the string function, that is str reverse, str cmp. So we have covered so many functions in the last class. I'm going to continue with the same functions in the today's class. So let's take a review on the practical approach. So first of all, there is a new one, hash include. So this is a program, first of all, that is used to use the strspn function. So write a program to use strspn function. So there is a hash include stdi.h, then hash include conio.h, then hash include string.h, then there is a void main, then there is a curly braces. So these are the 3 header files. Then there is a void main. Then simply the same way declaring the variables or declaring the arrays, that is str A, that is the string 1, that contains 10 characters. Then str B, that contains the 10 characters. Then take one variable, that is length, as an integer. Then uses the clr, scr. Then simply printf or puts enter the string 1. Then gets, for getting the string, that is getting the string, that is stra, because the name of the first string is stra. Then again uses the printf for printing the, or for getting the string 2, that is enter string 2. Then gets stra or strb. Right, so till now we have captured and stored the string 1 and the string 2. Now uses the function. First of all, use the function and store the output of the function into the length directly. That is length equals to, what is the name of the function? That is strspn. That is finding the string, or this function returns the position of the string where the source array does not match the destination array. That means it compares the two string and find out the position from where the conflict, or from where the identical is not working, or from where the strings are not equal. That is the case. So this is strn spm, that is first of all stra, then strb. Then simply printf the length one, that is after percentage d character there is no match. Then there is a length. Then uses the getch, then uses the closing braces. If I compile this code, there is one error. Structure required on left side of or and or. This is not dot, this is comma. If I compile this code, there is no error. If I execute this code, enter the string 1. Suppose I have entered the string 1 as a good morning. characters are find out by calculating these by using the functions, and the output of this function is stored in the length. So using the length, these characters are mentioned, that there is no match after these characters, then there is a get ch. So this is the case. This is the example how the str function is used to return the position of the string where the source array does not matches with the destination array. So this is the example of the str function. Now tell me, Larry, this program is clear to you? Either this program is clear to you, Larry? Hello, Larry. Are you able to hear me? Okay, thanks a lot, Larry. Now let's move to the next program. Now let's move to the next concept, that is a pointers, that is used to get the pointer values or the addresses of the pointers. Uh, a simple program of the pointer, that is how to write the different addresses of the pointer. Suppose so this is a program of showing the pointers. Write a program to show the pointer variable. There is a hash include stdir.h, then hash include conio.h, then hash include. There is no string, so there is no hash include more. Now there is a void main for starting with the main function. Then there is a variable declaration like int v equals to 10, then pointer p, right? Then there is a clr, scr, then simply storing the address of v into the p, because p is a pointer variable that stores the address of another variable. So what is the name of another variable? That is v. So storing the address of v into the p, right? Then simply printf address of v equals to percentage u, then there is p, then again uses the printf, that is the address, not address, that is value of percentage u, sorry, value of v equals to percentage d, that is also pointer p. Then uses the printf, then address of p equals to percentage u, then ampersand p. Then there is a get ch, then there is a closing curly braces. Now if I compile this code, there are two errors. Statement missing. Which statement is missing? That is after get ch there is no semicolon, so this statement is missing. Now there is no error. Now if I compile this code, address of v is 65524, value of v is 10, and the address of p is 65522. So these are the two addresses. There is a gap of the 2 byte integer. Why? Because int takes 2 bytes. So this is 65524 and the 65522, and the value of v is equals to the 10, that is equals to 10. So v has a value 10, address of v is 65524, and the address void main for starting with the main. Then there is a int v equals to 10, that is declaring of the variable v as a 10. So v is assigned a value as a 10. Then there is a pointer p, that is a pointer p. Then clear screen for clearing the screen. Then p equals to ampersand v. Why we are storing the address in the p? Because p is a pointer variable. It is pointer p. P is a pointer variable that stores the address of another variable. What is the name of the another variable? That is v, that is ampersand v. Then there is a printf, that is address of v equals to percentage u. That is address of v is given in a u format, that is the unsigned format or undersigned format or the unsigned format, that is given a value as a p. So p stores the address of the v, that is p. Then if I want to get the value of the v, that is used by the pointer p. Why pointer p? Because pointer p means ampersand v. So if I forgot this one, only refer p is equals to ampersand v. So there is a asterisk ampersand v. So asterisk and the ampersand are cancelled with each other. So the value of v will be printed, that is a 10. I am repeating again, p is equals to the address of v, and there is a asterisk that is used for the pointer. So the pointer and the ampersand are always intersect with each other, that means cancel with each other. So at last, when they cancel, at last p will rest, and the p contains the value as a 10. Why? Because the v has a value as a 10. Then in the next line, there is address of p, that is address of p is also given as a ampersand p. Then there is a getch for printing the output. So this is the program for showing the pointers. Now this program is clear to you, Larry? Hello? Yeah, this program is clear to you? Okay, thanks a lot, Larry. Now let's move to the next approach, that is the next practical approach. Now let's see one more program that is only used for displaying the message. That is a without any argument, there is a function, right? So first of all, there is a hash include stdio.h. This is write a program to use the function. Then there is a void main. then there is a curly braces, then there is a void message, then there is a message, then there is a closing of the message or closing of the void main, then this is the definition of the message, or this is the definition of the function, that is void message, then simply prints the line that is done by the printf, that is puts have a nice day. Now if I compile this code, there is no error. If I execute this code, this will print like have a nice day, because only one function is used but without any arguments. So this is a program that is used for declaring the header files, that is hash include stdr.h, hash include conio.h. Then there is a void main, then there is a very function declaration, that is a function calling, that is a void message function. That means there is no argument and the return type of the message is void. Then there is a message function, then there is a get ch, then there is a closing curly braces. Then the definition of the void message, that is have a nice day, by simply puts into the line, by simply uses the puts, that is have a nice day. Now let's move to the next part, or this is this program is clear to you, Larry? This is simply used for printing the or on the screen. First of all, save this one. So now let's take one more program, that is a program that is used to display the addresses per function. So let's take a program that is used to display the address of the library variables. Yeah, this is interesting. So this is the program. So this program is clear to you, Larry? What I've covered in the right now, that is used for displaying the message, that is have a nice day. So this is write a program to display the address of library functions. Then there is a first of all hash include stdr.h, hash include conio.h, then there is a void main, then there is a curly braces start, then there is a void pointer p, then clear screen, then simply use the printf, that is /n, that is address of printf function is %u, then there is a printf, then again printf, that is address of scanf function is %u, then there is a scanf, then there is a printf, that is address of clear screen, that is CLR SCR function is %u, then there is a CLR SCR, then there is a get ch, then there is a closing of this one, that is a closing of the curly braces. Now if I compile this code, there is success. If I execute this code, address of printf is 8165. This is the address that is already taken by the memory, that is address of printf that is given for printing purpose, that is 8165, and the address of scanf, that is also a predefined function, that is a 9122. Then the address of CLR SCR, that is also a predefined function, library function, that is 4482. So these are the three addresses that is taken by the different standard library functions. One is printf, scanf, and the CLR SCR, that is a clear screen. So this is a program. Now let's see what is the program. First of all, there are two header files, that is the stdi.h and the conio.h. Then there is a void main for starting with the main. Then there is a void pointer p, that is a pointer is used, that is pointer is used, that is a pointer p, that is a void pointer p. Then there is a CLR SCR, that is for clearing the screen. Then simply uses the printf. Address of printf is this one, that is the address of printf is printed like by using the variable, that is a printf. Then the address of scanf is uses as a scanf. Then the address of clear screen is uses as a clear screen, that is CLR SCR. Then there is a get ch for showing the output on the screen. Then there is a closing curly braces. So these are the three functions that is used for simply uses the addresses or simply used to display the address on the screen. So first of all, now tell me, Larry, this program is clear to you? Yeah, Larry, this program is clear to you? Yeah, this is also clear. So should I continue with the programs or should I wait? You have to recall each and every program, you have to study on your own program, or should I continue with the programs? And believe me, this is C language, you have to practice by your own. So tell me whether I stop over here or whether I continue. Yeah, that's the main concern. That's why I approach to you whether I continue or whether I stop over here. You are only person in the class. And believe me, there is no interest in the class because one time you come, one time LSM comes. So there is no hard and fast rule that there is no class and only single person is attending the class. So let's stop over here only, no issues. And then in the next class, first of all moves to the practical approach, and then the theoretical portion, that is the standard library functions, how to chase the bugs, and then again moves to the practical approach of the string, pointers, and the arrays. So let's stop over here only, and if there is any doubt, then please ask the doubt from me and I will answer you. So thanks a lot for listening me. Thanks a lot everyone. Bye bye.